everybody, welcome back to Nashville Unsigned. We are hanging out at the CD Baby Conference, DIY for musicians, independent artists, and we are hanging out with Ariel Blooner, that also is in a band called Icon for Hire.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here. What up?
And look at this pink hair, and these pink shoes, and these leggings. Look at this whole outfit right now.
You gotta bring the vibes,
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Branding, ladies and gentlemen, branding.
Just being myself, girl.
I know, I love it.
Yeah.
You just brand being yourself.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's my goal, is to be myself for a living.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's doesn't that sound fun?
And then you're known for that.
Just like show up and be yourself. Why
That's
not?
what we've branded at Nashville Unsigned, messing up. And if we brand messing up, we can never mess up. Isn't that great?
You really solved that. I need to steal that. That's good, yeah.
So I met Ariel at Starstruck Entertainment. We did a YouTube thing.
YouTube class together.
And she was being all nice to me and syncing up to Wi-Fi and everything because I showed up late. But what had me like taken aback with Ariel is I sat down and she was like speaking or whatever, and I'm like, hey, you probably work for a label because you would just have so much business knowledge. She's like, no, I'm an independent artist. And I'm like, okay, everything makes sense now.
Because you gotta learn those skills. Right.
So take us through who you are,
Yeah.
your brand,
Yeah.
what you do, and like what all this is.
What all this is.
I'll let you
Okay,
take the mic.
excellent. All right, so we've been a band for 11 years. My band Icon for Hire started out in the beginning. We actually did go the record label route in the beginning, and it didn't work out for us so well. They really screwed us over. We ended up having to file bankruptcy.
What?
Yes. When we filed bankruptcy, it dissolved our contract with our record label. We came out a year later, launched a Kickstarter campaign, and did $127,000 from our fans. So, like, our fans are so legit. We
Die hard.
take no credit for that.
Hey, shout out to Icon for Hire band,
Yeah,
or
the
all
Icon
the
Army,
fans,
yes.
because you guys made them happen, and you guys are why they do what they do.
100%. It's a really beautiful cycle. Like, we depend on them, they depend on us to keep making music. It's a really beautiful thing. So after the Kickstarter now, everything's just been flowing for us. I self-published this book, Turn Your Pain into Art. This became a #1 bestseller internationally, which is amazing. That, like, again, our fans just had our back. And this is all about the shit that we went through. For example, during the bankruptcy, Sean had to go to rehab because it turns out he's an alcoholic. Like, it made us feel like failures. I've dealt with a lot of mental health struggles in my life. So I've seen now that we're in a really good spot, like, okay, now we're living the dream, but there was so much crap to get there, and I see how that has really served us. Because now, like, on a more personal level, like, I'm actually really genuinely happy, and it doesn't have anything to do with the numbers, like, oh, we toured the world, so I feel good about myself. No, because I know that doesn't help. What does help is, like, taking care of your inner world.
Yeah.
Like, right, like, learning how to love myself helped so much. So we share that, and then also, it's actually made us move faster in the world and treating our band like a business.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're not dealing with your inner shit and you're good and you've dealt with it, then you can just, like, knock things out because there's no fear. You're not worrying what people think. You're not, like, in self-pity mode. Then you can, like, dominate and produce and create, you know?
You're literally like, I don't give a fuck mentality.
Yes. Gary Vee says, not giving a fuck affords me the gift of speed. And we love that, right?
That's deep.
I know.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it really helps.
So hit us with, like, you guys have done some super impressive stuff, and I think it's important for the independent community to be inspired by what you guys have done independently. So hit us with, like, what you guys have done.
Okay, well, we have done Warped Tour 2014 and 2015, and that went really well for us. We were able to draw crowds of thousands of people. We've been to Australia on the Soundwave Festival. We just totally independently did a 60-day worldwide tour, selling out clubs, doing that thing. We're Billboard charting. We're up to 300,000 monthly listeners on Spotify.
I'm not worthy.
Oh, God.
Worthy.
Not at all, but the exciting thing is that we're doing it with just a small little team. There's no, like, dude in his suit, like, telling me what to do, telling me what to write about. Like, fuck that. We used to have that experience. They'd be like, oh, Ariel's getting too sassy. Like, she needs to tone that down. And now we do whatever we want, and our fans support it. We have a Patreon account that supports us on a monthly basis as well, and that's a really wonderful way to connect more with our fans, because you can share more of yourself if it's a smaller, inclusive, like, homey community, you know, versus just to the world. And then they in turn support our music making, and so we're making an acoustic album right now of this album, actually. So yeah, living it, doing it. It's really good.
You guys are literally like the poster children of what independence can look like in 2018, 2019, 2020, decades beyond, and it's only going to become more power gets into the hands of the creatives.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Run your brand as a business.
Care about your fans.
Care about your fans.
Yeah.
Love yourself. and be yourself.
Yeah,
Ariel
totally.
Bloomer, icon for hire.
Thanks,
Thank you
girl.
so much. You're
Thank
such
you.
a female badass,
Back
man.
at
I
ya.
love it. We're out of here, guys. We're going to sync them up on socials. What's your website?
Iconforhire.net because the label took the .com.
Fuck you.
Yeah, right?
We're out.